I'll take the same.
Okay, sure.
Professor, from your experience, right from your starting of your career to today, how the system is moving, educational system is moving, whether it is good for innovation and R&D in India, or it is being diversified into some other context. And from this style of approach, what you observe, by what time we will be the global leaders in innovation?
Well, you see,
What will be your take?
when I was a student, for example, the universities were not known for much research, except for a few institutions, but they provided excellent teaching. Today what has happened is, because of the mushrooming of institutions, there is an acute shortage of teachers of good quality. So with the result, even education is not being properly done. So, you take the example, Olympiads in chemistry, physics, mathematics and all. Every year we send teams. Almost all those people who go to these Olympiads come back with a medal. It may be silver, gold or bronze, but very few come empty-handed. And then but when they come to MSc and PhD, you find there is a sudden drop. That means they are at the world level. But when they come to MSc and PhD, what happens? There is a tremendous drop in quality. Why? I think in those 3 years they spent in these degree colleges, they forget whatever they learned properly. And even the sharpest knife gets rusty if you don't use it. So those 3 years kill these people. So unless we give good foundation, you cannot build a superstructure. So this is one main problem I find. So with the result, the emphasis on publication, without really bothering to find out what is there. People say, I have published 5 papers, 10 papers, 200 papers, 300 papers, 1000 papers, whatever. But what you wrote in those papers, this analysis is not taking place. So with the result, mushrooming of papers which don't mean anything. Mushrooming of colleges where the teaching is not adequate, infrastructure is not there. So the student is left to depend on his native intelligence. And considering all that, our students are doing well. I mean, I often fond of saying that there is nothing known as a bad student. There is only a bad teacher. So the students, if they are given an opportunity, they will learn. And this is the most important thing I would like to mention. And again, point is, as I said, a country like India cannot survive with a few institutions. As people say, 1,000 flowers should bloom, not only 2 or 3. So that means we have to emphasize this. And of course, the science, some of these data we hear about a lack of PhDs and so on. When you hear those numbers, you get frightened. Where are we going to get those people? And that is one side. And on the other hand, Indians who are abroad, when they want to come back, they don't get a good batch here. And we complain that they are going away, drain and all that. When they want to return, there is no welcome. These are all mismatched. That means our planning and coordination seems to be a real weak spot. Individual sparks are there. And even, you take any subject, we are excellent in developing elements. For example, you give an engineering problem, if some finite element analysis is to be done, or some fluid mechanics equations have to be solved, Indians do it. But then putting it into some chemical engineering systems, or a mechanical engineering design for some machines, this integration of idea in order to evolve a complex system seems to be missing. And that, now you see one interesting thing is happening. Earlier people were talking about development of systems. Now they are talking of systems of systems. Yeah. And one of the concepts in the West which is developing is, supposing you want to set up a plant, let us say producing whatever it is, power plant, say. The investor will give this contract to original equipment manufacturer, who will be asked to guarantee the asset, to have a certain degree of life at a certain level of performance, And that OEM, the original equipment manufacturer, will be given the responsibility of ensuring this also. So this kind of concept when it is coming, so this integration and development of systems, systems of systems, and managing complex systems, these are all ideas which are not even familiar to people, and let alone our being a leader. So this is where, you know, we fall behind. The Western, I mean, Chinese, for example, have gone in a very massive way. I mean, I think we have to do something similar. Otherwise, the gap between us and China will go on. You know, we talk about the second fastest growing economy and all that. That is mainly based on either being a service nation or borrowed technology. I mean, we are not proving to be world leaders in creation of ideas, creation of new technologies. This should be our focus. That's what it is.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you for sharing your experience and views to our viewers. We hope soon we will build a stronger innovation-based structure to India, and we will be soon the leaders of India. And I promise you with this. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.
Thank you, viewers. We will be soon with another interesting session.
Thank you.